And now we come to the special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery celebrity, for which my colleagues on the panel are blindfolded. Blindfolds all in place, panel?
Yes, John.
Good. Will you come in, mystery challenger, and sign in, please? As you know, panel, in the case of our mystery challenger, we go to a different form of questioning. You ask one question at a time, in turn, moving clockwise. And let's begin with Bennett Cerf.
Well, the town is absolutely loaded this weekend with very, very important Hollywood figures here for one nefarious purpose or another. Could we assume that you are a very, very important Hollywood figure?
I would think so, yes.
Ms. Kilgallen?
And,
Yes.
Was that a yes?
That was a yes.
Are you also important in the recording field?
Pardon? Madame?
In the recording field, making records?
In the field of politics?
I would say no.
No. That's 1 down and 9 to go, Mr.
Is that a
Franklin.
no?
That's a no, yep.
Do you have a movie which either appears on Broadway now or will appear on Broadway within the next week?
That question is slightly loaded.
The answer would be yes, though. Miss Francis.
I know I have a delicious feeling all over me that I know who this is. Do you sit tall in the saddle?
Getting warm. I would say a little crooked.
No?
I think the answer to that has to be yes.
String it along, Bennett. Go ahead.
Do you kick pebbles a lot and say yup?
Go on now. Who is it?
Have you a beautiful wife and a beautiful daughter?
You and I ever related in the picture once?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
What?
Gary!
Cooper!
Okay.
Gary Cooper's right. Gary Cooper's right. And, of course, the thing that we all know in New York, I think probably it's going to happen in many places in the country. They came to Cordura is opening in New York on Wednesday. I guess many other places, which is...
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, but that's the picture. But I understand that something else interesting going to happen. Aren't you going to Russia this week?
Yes, well, we, on the same picture, they came to Cordura. We are going to London for an opening there, and then we go to Moscow.
Oh, is it your first trip? I mean, the Russian trip is going in tourist to get a look at the country.
Well, it's sort of arranged by the motion picture producers, I believe, for an inter-exchange of some American pictures and Russian pictures.
So what are you going to do in Moscow when you're there?
Well, we attend the opening of the first picture. First showing of the American picture, Marty, and do a lot of sightseeing if we can. And we figure it's sort of a spring in the first leak in the Iron Curtain, commercially, and so we think it's good on that account.
Oh, wonderful. Well, it's a fascinating city, and I
John,
got news
could I
for
ask
you.
Mr. Cooper a question about it? They came to Cordura. We published the novel. They came to Cordura, Sport Arts novel. I wonder how closely you stuck to the novel in the picture. Did you really?
Did what, sir?
Did you stick to the Did you stick to the story?
Yes. We stuck very close to Mr. Swarthouse's story. And, as you know, maybe sometimes it is rather unusual to stick close to a novel.
Unheard of.
Oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead. I thought you were going to...
The picture follows the novel very closely. And seeing no reason to deviate from the novel is awfully good. And I can't sit here and plug a picture.
No, I don't want you to. Actually, I want to get back to your Russian trip. Do you know if any of your early movies were seen in the Soviet Union over the years?
Well, I happened to attend that wing-ding out in Hollywood, the famous luncheon at the Fox studio for Mr. Khrushchev. And that was very interesting. And in the course of the whoop-de-doo there, I was introduced to the chairman, and I also met and talked to his wife and the wife of Gromyko and the wife of the ambassador. And they said they had seen 2 pictures of mine. Oh. And apparently he did recognize me, and because he asked me through the interpreter if I had made Western pictures, and I said, well, a few million, but not about 30, perhaps.
Well, this is interesting because the Russian people are, it isn't fair, I don't mean it in a derogatory sense, starved for entertainment, and they take to their hearts people that they see in films or at the Bolshoi or at the puppet theater, and you're liable to get yourself stormed when you walk through Red Square, so you better get ready for it.
Well, they seemed quite like movie fans all over the world. They were very enthusiastic and seemed very friendly.
Well, they're very friendly people. Very friendly. You going down to Leningrad? You're going to get a chance to
go to Leningrad if we get a chance, and go out in the sticks, too, if we get a chance.
Oh, wonderful.
How far we can go.
Well, now you'll thoroughly enjoy it, and I know they enjoy seeing you, and thanks for being our guest here. It's nice to have you in Washington.
Sorry, I can't see it.
Gary said, I'm sorry I can't fool anybody. And now we'll be back after this word from our alternate sponsor.